The question says, form the quadratic equation whose roots are -2 and 3. So how do we do this? We can. Of course, we should be able to do it. Now we are given the root of the equation. So the first thing you have to do is to introduce a variable. It could be y, it could be x, it could be a. But mostly we like to use x. But let's change the variable to y. So we can say that y equals to -2 or y equals to 3. Remember, I told you in quadratic equation we must have two values. Then we make them to be equal to 0. We now have y, which is minus become +2 equals to 0, or y minus 3 equals to 0. So we bring them together and make the two to be equal to only 1 0. We now have, open a bracket, y plus 2, and we have y minus 3. Now these two now are in a bracket. The question says form the quadratic equation, and we know that a quadratic equation must be in this form: ax squared plus bx plus c equals to 0. And when you examine this, is not in this form. There is no bracket here, but there is bracket here. So what can we do? We have to go back and expand this. So how do we do that? We open two brackets. This second bracket will fill these two brackets here. That means you have y minus 3, y minus 3. So if this y comes here and we have +2, we can now expand and open our brackets. Y times y is y squared minus y times 3 is 3y plus 2 times y is 2y. 2 times -3 is -6. We cannot add up the number in the bracket, in the middle, because they have the same variable, which is y. Don't forget equal to 0, because we are dealing with an equation. So from here we now say y squared minus 3 plus 2 will give us, of course, that is -1. And in mathematics we don't write 1y, because y here stands for 1. So we have -y minus 6 equal to 0. So when you compare these two, you realize that they now look alike. So this is a quadratic equation. Thank you.